For the record, I've started talking before the introduction, so that's what's happening now.
Hi, everybody.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I'm your host, the Ranting Monkey. He's not Jack. Say hi, Bubba.
Hi, not Jack.
For those of you who don't know Bubba, he's always in the chat, and he's I think we could call you my video game partner for right now.
Phasma partner mostly.
Yeah, it kind of makes us sound a little homosexual, but in a video game way, so it's okay. Our balls never touch.
I'm not Satsu.
And that's a weird way to start the show. I got to give it a couple more seconds before I say anything else horrible, or we do get demonetized. Not that we won't be anyway. But how you doing tonight, my friend?
Doing good.
It's been a little while since you and I have even got to talk. My satellite's been being a jackass, and haven't been able to even play Phasmo lately. It's really making me insane.
Well, last week's challenge was crappy anyways. This week is meh. But you'll see that eventually.
Yeah, I don't know. If you're up for it, we can play after this. I know this is getting closer to your bedtime now that you got normal people hours. Or normal-ish people hours.
Normal people hours. Meanwhile, it's 4 o'clock in the morning.
4 o'clock in the morning. Guys, sorry I haven't been here for a couple of days. Told Bubba right before the stream. I almost took tonight off too. It's been a rough few days. I'm good. Happy in that. But let me just tell you how my days have gone. All right, Bubba. I woke up yesterday and my feet hurt. They just hurt really bad. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with my feet? So I check out the left one, and it's fine. It's just, a little bit dry. So I put some lotion on it. And I check out the right one, and there is a 1.5-inch cut on my heel.
That's never good to find.
And I was like, how did that even happen? So yeah, that's I just keep breaking. I don't know. But like I said, I'm in good spirits and everything. I'm really looking forward to the holidays.
Oh, there goes Monkey. We'll just wait for him to come back.
Did I drop out?
Yeah, you said dropped out right after you said holidays.
Damn it. Of course. If it happens again or it happens too much, we'll just look, guys, it's raining a little bit and we're on the one satellite, so shit might happen. But I said, do you realize Christmas is just over a month away?
Yeah, I am not prepared for it.
Good morning, Alan. Thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate it, my friend. Did I step on a Lego? No, I did not. Not that I'm aware of. But again, I have that blood blister on my finger. I have no idea how I got it there. This is one of the problems with the medicine I take is I don't feel very much until something is really, really wrong. So is what it is. I'll survive. But yeah, I'm excited for the holidays. I can't wait for Christmas. For no particular reason other than it's Christmas. I like Christmas.
Oh, and also you get all the family together.
Love having the family together. See, you know me so well. That is actually my favorite part of any holiday. It's just everybody being here. I love just sitting and watching them all interact with each other. I enjoy interacting with them too, but there's something about watching the whole family get together and the grandkids are playing and the kids are all playing and I'm just sitting back and enjoying it all. My wife did a good job raising my children, and they've done a good job raising theirs. So
I will say that's the one thing I am so happy to see this holiday season is I'm actually going to be able to be with people during the daytime.
Oh, right. Because you've worked nights for how long now?
10 years.
Damn. Yeah.
So I used to hate go to Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas dinner.
Yeah, I used to hate that at certain jobs I worked at. Oh, stereotypical Asian guy. Thank you. Donald Trump, don't trust China. China is asshole. Indeed. Thank you so much. There's certain jobs that I had where, yeah, you just weren't there for the holidays, especially things like working retail or service, never there. So it's nice to hang out with, and it does feel different, where like, oh, we'll just celebrate it on a different day. Am I the only one that feels like that's it just doesn't feel the same? Yeah, we all got together.
It's not the same.
Yeah, exactly. It's a Christmas party rather than it being Christmas. All right, we got to talk about some news because I haven't done it in like 3 days now. Biggest news on the docket, of course, is Xi Jinping brought his fat ass over here to America. Apparently, we didn't have enough overweight people already. We had to import one. Is that not the way to introduce that guy?
Yeah.
Xi Jinping had his little summit with the Indo-Pacific Partnership. It's this world leader thing where they get together and beat each other off about how they're gonna, ruin life for the rest of us. But he also had a 4-hour meeting with our president, and I can only imagine Biden was asleep for 3.5 of it because the guy's,
Oh, that little.
dement. Did you see the thumbnail picture?
Oh, of course I did.
The thumbnail picture. I meant to save it so I could bring it up on screen. The difference between the two of them. You know what? Fuck it. I can. Where's my thumbnail? I'll just bring the thumbnail back up on the screen so we can look at it together. I'm not hyping myself up. Not my best thumbnail, if I'm being honest. It was lazy. It was an easy picture to modify a little bit. Excuse me. I've also been coughing like hell. Anyway, thank you, Snubber, who says, speaking of Party, the remake of SNES's Super Mario RPG came out today. Wasn't made by the same people, but excited that they are trying to revive. I want to play that. It's on my list of things to get. It's just one I'm not going to be able to get right now. Plus, I have a butt ton of games that I'm in the middle of playing right now. But I am excited for it because the original one. Did you ever play Super Mario RPG?
Oh yeah, hell ton.
I never got to finish it because at the time we're a young couple with. I think we had 2 kids at the time with one on the way when it comes out. But we were able to rent it from a local video store, and we played it several times, but never got to get that far into it. And I always had, I'll go back and I'll get it. And then by the time I had the money to get it, it was gone.
You see,
So,
I never had the game, but I had a rich friend.
that's nice. That's how we were with our NES. Our friend Henry, he had everything. We had like 3 games. He had everything. So we used to borrow his games all the time. But back to the topic at hand. I just want to look at the difference in the faces of these 2 men. Xi Jinping looks like he's just a normal guy, evil Winnie the Pooh there. But Biden actually looks like he's kind of lost and scared. That's dementia face he has right there. That's I don't know where I am.
He doesn't even know if it's morning or night at that picture.
And this is who went to represent us with Xi Jinping. Don't worry, guys. They're great friends. They're great. I'm going to leave that on the screen so I can tell when I get cut off.
That works.
Not much came of this summit. If we're being honest, these 2 idiots just talked to each other for a little bit. And I didn't expect Biden to go in there and be like angry and shit because this is another world leader and that's not exactly how diplomacy works. You can be strong, but you can't be douchey. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like Biden probably wasn't strong anyway, and we'll get to why in just a second. But
he wasn't really there.
Yeah, 100%. But I do want to point out that there was some progress made. Now,
they cleaned up the poop in California just to see him come in.
No, I mean that is progress for people in California, until next week when it all returns. But no. Our good friend Xi Jinping there, he told us that they're gonna send us some panda bears.
Why?
Well, because America wants some panda bears. We got rid of all our panda bears. Did you know that?
Oh, they don't like fucking. I don't know. I don't understand.
we had some panda bears, and let's see, the San Diego Zoo had a couple. I think it was a zoo in Tennessee or somewhere, some other little shit zoo had one. We sent them all back to China because China's like, those are ours. So we gave them back. And
Okay.
Xi Jinping, he told us, hey, we're gonna send you guys some panda bears. Real quick, as we are, or when we were off the air, I forgot to do this at the top of the show. Disgruntled Technician, thank you for the feminist $12. Speaking of soft bitches, I'm sure we were speaking of soft bitches. I was riding motorcycles with my best friend. We crashed. He has a serious bleeding injury on his leg. With very limited medical training, I had tourniquet his leg and slowing the bleeding before getting help. And thank you for the other donation that continues it. I grabbed the better of the two bikes and booked it as fast as I could with my own injuries to town for cell reception, hoping my friend stayed alive. He survived, but barely. I used this experience to learn better emergency medical and get radios. That's smart. We all have bad things that happen to us. Learn from them. Snubber, thank you. Think we can haggle some Uyghurs while we're at it? Probably not. They're going to hang on to their Uyghur population. They seem to.
Those are important organs. I mean, people.
Yeah, exactly. They have harvesting needs they need met.
Ooh, is that another goodbye monkey? I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me. My problems have all gone. He'll be back in a second. How's everyone doing in chat? I hear a monkey back.
Okay, I should be back. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Tester videos are gone, guys. We got to switch to this internet so we have better connectivity, but that means I'm not going to be able to. We'll just have to talk about the protesters later because they've been making me happy. All right, so I was reading this. Thank you, Keldrig. Oh, but Biden and the Democrats are making us look strong on the world stage. Twitter keeps insisting that it's true, so it must be. Yeah, look, man, if Twitter says it, it has to be true. Bob Potato, thank you. I mean, Monkey, wouldn't you be scared if your boss came by to check in on it if his bribe money's actually doing something? Fair point. Fair point. But the truth of the matter is, I don't think Biden looks scared because of that. I think he's to the point of dementia that he honestly doesn't know where he is most of the time. And if you've ever seen dementia patients, they often look scared because they don't know what's going on. Imagine every moment of your life not knowing what the fuck's going on.
Like, honestly, he might think he's like 40 years in the past.
Yeah.
Like that type of
Just look at that look on his face, man. It's ridiculous. But yes, we're getting panda bears from the People's Republic of China, and that's going to make everything better. I got to be careful how I say this because we're on YouTube. They manufactured a virus, and it was released, whether purposefully or not. YouTube, I don't know if it was or not. I'm not saying it was, so be careful. I'm not spreading misinformation, but it is pretty much accepted at this point that it was manufactured in China. A virus so deadly it lowered our life expectancy in the United States. It actually brought it down. It killed so many old people, it brought down the life expectancy. But it's okay because we're getting some pandas. I feel like that's not exactly a fair trade.
I'm actually curious. I've looked at the numbers. I can understand for the entire U.S., but I wonder if it's just specifically like California, New York, and Michigan for certain reasons.
Pennsylvania would probably be in there as well. Yeah, no, it is across the United States because it was a disease that mostly killed old people. Our life expectancy is what, like 76 or something like that?
Yeah, I remember it being 76 for a while.
Yeah, and so a disease that starts killing people a lot when you turn 70 is just going to bring that down. It's what happens. Well, pandas are cute. They are cute nuts. They really are. I don't know if they're cute enough to kill off Meemaw. But
They're
yeah,
also incredibly dumb.
I didn't I didn't even realize that we'd gotten rid of all of our pandas. In 2019, the San Diego Zoo sent them back, and then whatever that other zoo was, they sent one back, I think in 2021, something like that. So maybe that's what that's what COVID was. It was just, hey, give us our damn pandas back, and we still had one. And we're like, no, fuck you, and they're like, we're gonna kill you all. Maybe. Just throwing it out
It
there,
all makes sense now.
doesn't it? Yeah, they just wanted their fucking panda bear back. But
This is
yeah,
all over Winnie the Pooh.
fucking Winnie the Pooh, man. And you know what? I'm a little bit disappointed in Americans. I didn't see anybody heckling this guy with Winnie the Pooh stuff. America, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Oh, it should have been all over the streets.
It absolutely should have been. I mean, it's even the right colors, yellow and red. But Biden, being Biden, put his foot in his mouth again. Which, in fairness, he's right. He's just not right for the reason he thinks he is. Biden calls Xi a dictator after carefully planned summit. Yeah, he was asked afterwards because he had a solo interview or a press conference, and somebody asked him, "Hey, do you still think President Xi is a dictator?" And he says this, look, he is. He's a dictator in the sense that he's a guy who runs a country that is communist country that's based on a form of government totally different than ours. No, sir. He's a dictator because he's a fucking dictator. It's not because it's a communist country. One, you can't have capitalist dictators. They do happen. It's less likely to happen because it's hard to have an open economy and everything with a guy in charge who's going, we have to do this. He's a dictator because he's a dictator. No, because they have a different form of government. You mean a dictatorship, fucker? I mean,
I'm hearing a lot of hate facts here.
I know, right? I got to stop with those. I really do. What is that ad for? Comcast Business. Fuck Comcast. They won't bring me cable. Anyway, so yeah, our president, after this carefully planned summit where they're like, okay, Mr. Biden, don't say anything that's gonna, cause issues. He then goes out there and immediately says some shit that the Chinese got mad about this. Without saying Biden's name, they were like, that characterization is just wrong. It's not. Look, I realize he was voted on in an election where literally nobody was opposing him. But that doesn't make it a democracy, homie.
I mean, North Korea is a democracy too, right? It's
yes,
in the name.
It is the People's Republic of North Korea. So, I mean, they're democracy, just like China is. The guy's a fucking dictator. We should be able to call a spade a spade. And like, no, I'm not. Yeah, you are.
And also, we need to strengthen our democracy by making sure Trump can't run in it.
Yes, exactly. Isn't it wonderful the way these things kind of all coalesce? Hey, to make democracy work, we gotta not let people run. Oh no, he had one opposition vote, so it's fine. I thought he won unanimously, but he was running unopposed. And look, now he gets to be dictator for life. I'm sorry, president for life. The guy's a shitbag. I can't believe this is what finally made them clean up San Francisco, because that's where this summit of the Indo-Pacific Partnership was. And they did. They went through, they got rid of all the homeless and all the needles and all the poop off the street. They cleaned it up nice. And we saw Gavin Newsom even tell us that, yes, he did this because of this summit.
Yeah, I was about to say, didn't Gavin Newsom really have like a speech saying, some people are saying we did this because he came. And that's the truth, because it's true.
And we did. Yes, he did. And he tries to play it off because, like, we didn't even know this thing was going to happen when we were having talks about cleaning it up. Well, people have been talking about cleaning up San Francisco for a decade. Nobody's ever done anything until this. And so when you come out and say, yes, it's true, this is why we did it, there is no other but nonsense. You just did it because of this. And again, I do not feel bad for the people of San Francisco. You keep voting for these assholes. The people who are ruining your cities, you keep putting them in power. But that's all I have to say about President Xi and them, and except for fuck that guy. He's a piece of shit. I get we got to be, diplomatic if you're a politician. I'm not a politician, so I can say fuck that guy. He's a piece of shit who's actively involved in genocide. You know what's kind of funny to me, Bubba? I see all this bullshit on Twitter about they're the Jews and the genocide and they're Palestinian. There's an actual genocide going on in China. I didn't see a single fucking one of these people come out there and protest Xi because of the Uyghur genocide going on.
We don't talk about that though. We have
I didn't
to
even
have Disney give them blessings for it.
Right, yeah. Make sure you give them a thanks in your video or in your movie. What was that, Milan? The live
Milan.
action Milan. Yeah. Oh, I said Milan like it was the Italian place. Mulan. My bad. Do you like the cartoon Mulan?
Yes.
I've never seen it. My children absolutely adore it. And I don't know how they all got to love it so much, and I just never saw it. Because normally, that's how I see cartoons, is watching it with the kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a good animated Disney film.
Yeah, lots of kids love that film. And then they turned it into that girl power look, she's the Matrix kind of bullshit. And thank the Chinese government for letting them film where, you're killing Uyghurs. Good job.
In the animated movie, she actually had flaws. Ooh.
Yes. Didn't she like gets her ass beat when she first tries to step up to the boys?
Oh yeah, completely.
Because they're bigger and stronger than she is.
Yeah, she actually had to use like wits to try to continue.
Yeah. She had to get better at something. She had a hero's journey.
Mm-hmm.
God forbid we have a hero's journey. All right, next up, JustPearlyThings got demonetized. Duh. She got demonetized, and for a while, people were thinking it's because she was because of this post that pops up about how she had 15-year-old girls in this video talking about sex, but they were actually talking about abortion in the video. But they were asked to take it down, and she said, "No, I'm making money off of that." And then she ends up demonetized, but she was demonetized for hate speech, or excuse me, for hateful stuff. Which, whether you like Pearly or not, that's not a surprise. And was it the Jew song? No, that was on Twitter, wasn't it? Her Jew song. Why can't we talk about the? Just say it, you wuss. But no, it's probably for her bullshit red pill crap. I've said this many times. She has done nothing but repeat the talking points of other people. Mostly people like Fresh and Fit. Fresh and Fit is one of her favorites to just straight up steal from. That's where her ideas come from. She watches Fresh and Fit. She watches Rollo Tomasi. She used to watch Kevin Samuels. She watches the Tate, and she just repeats what they say. Now, the important part of there is the Fresh and Fit one because, and hear me out, they just got demonetized a little while ago too for the shit they were saying. And she keeps repeating that kind of shit. So what did you expect to happen? You can have those conversations in ways that aren't, well, fucking stupid. She's an overnight anti. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, bud.
I think you're asking a lot for her, though.
I am, because she is not a smart girl. She is very good at lying. She's an excellent liar. But, and look, I don't think she should be silenced for what she says, but I understand YouTube going like, maybe we don't want a chick out here who is, just the female version of the people that we already demonetized. I'm just throwing that out there. Have a good night, Pyrus.
Sleep well.
I don't think that I don't think a lot of what she says should even be, demonetized. I don't make the rules though. I'm not happy she's demonetized, but it's one of those situations where it's like, duh. You know what I mean? If you see 8 people get demonetized for the same thing and you're like, well, I'm going to do it too. And then you get demonetized, you can't be like, well, why did it happen to me? Look, sweetheart, it's only an audience where titties matter. You don't make enough for YouTube for them to care. You're not Sniper Wolf, sweetheart.
But
You're
what I was gonna say is, like, for instance, with the whole disease that shall not be named,
yeah,
there is a pattern of getting demonetized for saying certain things, so you kind of skirted around it.
exactly. You have to know where the line is and don't cross it. Look, even if you do cross it, there's people. This is one of the problems on YouTube is that a lot of this stuff is reported rather than an algorithm catching it. So let's say creator A and creator B both say the same thing. Both of them say the same thing, but creator A gets demonetized. Creator B doesn't. Well, creator A got reported by somebody. Creator B never did. Now, if creator B ever does, then they'll get demonetized too. So people are like, oh, but they're targeting certain people. Well, there's some truth to that. There's an audience out there targeting certain people. And you can't be out there jumping over the line. And then when you finally get caught doing it, be like, but it's not fair. We all know that there's part of the algorithm that's not done fairly. Sniper Wolf absolutely should have been kicked off the platform for what she did.
Oh, 100%.
When she goes out to Jack Films' house and puts that shit out on blast, she should have been kicked off the platform for it. Period. End of story. And she got to stay because she has big titties, and I'm almost positive she's banging somebody at YouTube. There's no other excuse. She's not that good of a creator.
Yeah, because I'm reminded of when Actman got demonetized for a month for joking about doxing people on at YouTube.
Yep.
And everybody knew it was a joke, and he was doing that because of the whole what's his stupid name? Quantum TV was actually like talking, like doxing his mom and shit.
Yeah. And he got a real problem. She got demonetized for just a little bit.
A temporary demonetized.
But Pearl, one, you're ugly. Your audience isn't as big as it looks because most of your audience comes through shorts that don't stick around for your longer form content. YouTube likes having people come and watch your shorts, but monetarily they get a lot more from longer form content, and they're always going to favor that unless they find a way to make shorts much more valuable to them. So you got to play within the rules, sweetie, and you're going out there and you think it's funny. She reminds me of you ever have a group of friends and there becomes this inside joke, but one of them just won't let it go. Everything is they just repeat that same stupid fucking to the point where you just want to.
Oh yeah,
That's who she is. Everybody, they're joking around. She takes it and just runs it into the fucking ground. Like, let it go, sweetie. Snubber, thank you. To be fair, Ackman now kind of bends the moral knee to YouTube. Forget who, but he celebrated demonetization of another tuber. The only time that I will ever celebrate it is with if like Sniper had gotten kicked off, I'd be like, good, she deserves it. I'm not happy that Pearl got demonetized. It just is not surprising that she got demonetized.
I think I remember who Snubbirth is talking about. It was a guy that was basically making like a little joke video about calling Ahmed's mom, but he didn't actually do it.
Oh, yeah. I stopped following that after, God, maybe the third or fourth video they made to each other. And I just got distracted. I haven't been following that thing. You know what I have been following? Hassan and Willie Mack. Oh, guys, they talked to each other the other day, kind of.
Oh, did they talk to each other? I didn't see that part.
Oh my God, I'll have to send you the clip. They apparently for an hour they're on Hassan's show together, and it was insane because it was nothing but Hassan basically screaming that Willie Mack is wrong. Now, Willie made a mistake early on in the discussion. I should pull that up so I can toss it into chat for people. But Willie made a mistake early on because he says that Hassan never apologizes when he's wrong, which isn't what he even really meant to say. And we know this because of one, what he says next, and two, because if you watched his video, he even points out that yes, he does occasionally apologize. The problem is that he actually stick to it or mean it. Can we?
Was it on Hassan's channel?
It was on Hassan's channel. Here's a clip.
I think I found the full video.
This is the full discussion they have. It's from Hassanabi Productions. It's one of his Hassan's clip channels. But there you go, guys. If you want to watch the full thing, it starts out with him going, "Okay, you never apologize," and they go, "Oh, well, give me an example." And he points out, what was the example he used? I forget. But Hassan says, "Wait, I did apologize for that," and he goes, "Oh, I know you did, but you didn't mean it because then you just kind of doubled down in a different way." And so for the rest of the conversation, Hassan's able to go, "Oh, but you were wrong. See, I do apologize. You even said that I do apologize." Never paying attention to the extra context of it.
It's like, yeah, but you don't care. You still double down on it, though.
Yeah, exactly. And this goes on for like an hour. What is it? An hour and 3 minutes or whatever it says there with this conversation. And Hassan did what so many of these guys do. He has Willie Mack on to talk about this stuff, right? But he never watched Willie's video. And
Jesus
Willie's made 4 videos on Hassan. He did 2 of them like a year ago, and then 2 of them are his most recent videos. Hassan hasn't watched any of them.
Now, has he not watched it, or is he saying he didn't watch it?
I'm gonna guess that he actually didn't watch it, because if he did, it would have been smarter to be like, "Well, here's where you were wrong in that video," rather than tell me where I was wrong. Tell me where I was wrong, which he just keeps saying over and over again. It would have been more beneficial to him. There's actually a great moment in this where Willie Mack mentions, and Willie dropped the ball here too. He mentions that Hassan said 800 people died in that Israeli church bombing. And Hassan goes, I never said that. I never said. It's actually in the video, the one video that Willie did recently. Hassan saying that there was 800 people killed, a stat he got off of fucking Twitter.
Well, keep in mind, Hassan's also the person who's like, they just ripped up a couple Dorito bags. Meanwhile, you can clearly see the riot in the video that he's watching in the same screenshot.
Oh yeah.
So
Hassan is. Look, Willie's point about Hassan is just he's bad at what he does. For being a news person, somebody who talks about news, he's just bad at it. He's bad at analysis, and he's a partisan shitbag who does not care about the truth, which is true. And it's funny because Hassan, at certain points, if you corner him enough, he will go, hey, I'm not a news person. I'm just an idiot on Twitter.
Oh, I'm a propagandist, he'll even say.
I'm a propagandist on the Twitch. And that's true. But when he's called out, his immediate response is, "How dare you say bad things about me?" Well, you're bad at what you do. You literally are. Oh, the thing they were talking about was the invasion of Ukraine. Him saying, "That'll never happen. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen." And then when it does happen, it's like, "But it's okay that it happened." Oh, what a douche.
I'll say 1,000 times, any person who's played Civilization could have seen that coming from like a mile away.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're amassing troops on the border. You're definitely not going to war.
Anybody who knows anything about history, I mean, they literally put all of their troops up at the border and like, we're coming in. The only people who were saying they weren't was right up until a couple of days before our mainstream press. Vladimir Zelensky, he was out there going, the Russians will never come in here. And our own State Department and stuff was like, yeah, we think they're probably going to go in there. I said they were going in. I was only off by a month. I thought they were going to go in January. Just because the ground is frozen and it's easier to get in. You don't have to deal with as much mud.
Right.
But yeah, so if you guys want to watch an idiot lie, watch that Hassan thing. And Willie, I like what Willie does, but he did drop the ball in a couple of spots where he really, like that one. There's places where he really could have nailed Hassan, like his, I never said 800 people. Like, bruh, I got it on video. Here, watch the clip. He refused to watch the clip, and I said this on Twitter. Willie Mack has finally figured out how to keep Hassan from stealing people's content. Just give him permission to use it. He flat refused to bring up the videos to watch them. And it just made me laugh because this guy who his whole shtick is giving bad political commentary and watching videos that he doesn't own and didn't produce.
Well, watching is kind of
okay, letting his audience watch it through him.
There you go.
Oh, we have a guest. My friend Jack, how are you?
Hey, fellas.
Hi, Jack.
Man.
I work here.
Yes, I know, but you just arrived, so I had to call you the guest.
Oh. Say, am I getting fired?
No.
Is Bubba replacing me? Because that happened with Dax, and that was me doing that.
No. Absolutely not. Look, I love Bubba, and he's welcome here anytime, but you the man.
That's what I keep telling people, and they're like, "Sir, this is a Wendy's."
A not Jack cannot replace a Jack.
That's true.
I don't know. I don't know the rules anymore. Everything's crazy. There was a U.S. Marine holding a commie flag. I just don't know. Everything's nuts.
We'll talk about that in a second. Now we need to figure out something though. You just woke up, didn't you?
Kind of. I was watching. Okay, so guilty pleasure. I've been watching On the Case with Paula Zahn on Max.
Oh, okay.
And just letting them play. And every now and then I fall asleep for like half an hour because I'm old. But I was also working on videos. And I just didn't see that you guys were up and running.
Told you fell asleep.
Eating while watching it.
I wasn't eating, but I did kind of nod off. I have these old man naps because I'm super fucking old and I don't sleep at all. I do shit for like 20 hours a day. And yeah, I don't know how long I was asleep, but when I paid attention last, I was like, oh my God, Monkey's on.
No, I can hear it in your voice when you've been sleeping.
Yeah, it was probably like 5 minutes ago that I came out of it. I don't know. I don't really keep track of time anymore. This seemed like a good idea.
Real quick, let me grab this from Keldrick. Thank you so much. Sorry. It's amazing that the only time Hassan is honest about what he does, it is when he helps him escape accountability. And even then, I don't think Hassan believes that he's an idiot. He is. I just don't think he believes. Oh, no, he thinks he's intelligent as hell. He'll say, I'm an idiot. Why would you believe anything that comes from a Twitch user? Which is all true, but no, he doesn't believe that. He absolutely thinks he's intelligent.
Oh, yeah, he's very full of himself.
Did you watch that whole video?
The one from Willie Mack?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that, and then I watched the Willie Mack on Hassan's show.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's the one I was talking about. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think I messaged you about that. I was like, Hassan's a retard. In my opinion. I don't think literally he is, but I think the guy's an asshole, and he would just constantly talk over Willie. He gives worse nicknames than Sean Hannity, which is an impressive thing.
True.
Everything about that was annoying and stupid, and it was just Hassan constantly interrupting Willie. calling him like Willie No Script or something like that.
Yeah, he called him that one time.
Yeah, he kept calling him stupid little nicknames, and I was like, you won't let him answer the question or elaborate on anything. How do you expect him to answer your questions? It was just an attempt to like make fun of Willie, and it wasn't working. It just made Hassan look like a jerk.
Yeah, if the weather clears up, I might do just a special one-off going over that.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of it that you're right. It's just them yelling, or well, Hassan yelling. And I think it would be interesting to have certain pieces of Willie's video queued up for different times. So I'll have to look into, actually
Yeah.
working.
Hassan even admitted that he hasn't seen Willie's video.
He says he refuses to watch those kind of any video about him. He refuses. Why am I going to watch somebody hate on me?
Yeah. And
Who cares about learning?
Right. Yeah.
yeah. Why improve yourself? Why listen to criticism and address it specifically? I mean, I'm just so amazing because I'm Hassan Piker.
That's what I was telling Bubba here. I do believe that he didn't watch him because if he did, the good way to go about that would be like, here's what you got wrong and why.
Yeah.
And he didn't do that. He had literally no idea. The 800 thing, that's the one that just jumped out at me so I never said 800. Yeah, you did. You were emphatic about it. You called the Hamas leaders, the ones who give this number, wrong. You called them liars, and then later were mad because people called them liars.
Yeah.
Like he had a man on the ground from Twitter.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. I never said I'm a man reporting from the ground. Yeah, you have, asshole, repeatedly. You did it in that situation.
No, Hassan's just incredibly arrogant and self-centered, and I don't think he can handle even a modicum of criticism. That's probably why he doesn't watch people's videos.
Chicken Tendy says Hassan is a paid actor. No, he's not. He's a con man.
Yeah.
He's a snake oil salesman.
Paid actor would be too easy. He's worse. He's a grifter.
He's a useful idiot. Who uses political talking points. Look, these kind of people happen on the left and right. You just don't see him blow up as big as Hassan.
Not normally, no.
No. But again, I just want to point this out. It's the reason Hassan, it's the reason Vaush, and even Destiny to a point, that they've gotten the fame that they have is because even the modest amount of masculinity that they put off is more than the left is used to. And they're like, oh my God, masculinity. We need some of that in our lives. Look, he's got a beard. He must be a man.
Yeah, it's just sad.
When none of them have dads, I mean, thing. What's that? I'm sorry, bud.
That explains the whole trans thing.
Right. Oh my God. All right. Real quick, we did talk about Xi at the beginning there, Jack, but I did skip over the part of a U.S. Marine holding a Chinese flag, which is
that enraged me. Not gonna lie. I was horrified and angry about that.
That should never happen.
No, that's disgusting. That's how you know that Joe's in the pocket of these people or whoever is running his staff, because any self-respecting president that actually liked our country would never have allowed that to happen. I don't even think Obama would have done that.
Whoever's running the show there for the Marines should be fired.
Oh, absolutely.
This should not have happened. Our Marines should not be flying the colors of another country. What the fuck are you doing? Anyhow.
I got a donation while we were off air 3 days ago, because I haven't been on in a while. So I wanted to read that real quick if I could.
Oh, for the record, you haven't missed any shows. I haven't done one in 2 days, so
I blame older boys.
Anyway, go ahead.
Thank you, Spartan John, for the feminist donation. Because Monk got an after show dono, I Also have to donate to my brother in the Great Squirrel War. Hopefully we'll fare better than the Aussies against the emus. Well, I have a squirrel right now, and he is obnoxious as shit, and he can hear me because I know he's awake because he's running around. But yeah, I'm not doing real hot on that front. But there's still hope. Thank you, Spartan John.
Hey,
Now,
know,
go
people
ahead, bud.
say genocides are bad, but I'm okay with genocide of squirrels.
Well, they're not human beings, so that makes it okie dokie.
All right, we're on my AT&T guys, so I'm gonna throw this link in the chat for you guys because it's not gonna play very well. But we need to talk about protesters, Jack, because they are back, and God bless them. We'll do our best to play this to where we can see it. There's no need for the audio. We can shut that off. We'll just let it play in the background as we talk about it. So there was a protest at Cop City the other day, and
Oh yeah, this one. Okay.
Yeah, this is so glorious.
We're just gonna play it in the background. The protesters have been studying their Roman tactics. And they get together in a what's it called? A phalanx? Phalanx. Thank you. And I just have to pause. I'm so sorry. I want to talk about their wedge here. Where do we first see it?
I will point out I don't believe that the Romans used paper.
No, that's that.
They're on a budget.
The Romans use like iron shields and shit, and these guys have paper in a PVC frame.
To be fair, it is thick paper because it is a banner.
It is a banner.
That probably
yes.
costs $30.
And I want to point out, it might be hard to see on your screens, but look at the corners of the PVC. They made sure to duct tape it together,
like you do.
I also like the added effect of the umbrellas.
Yeah, that's in case the arrows come in. They're learning, you guys. They're not learning well, which makes it wonderful. All right, we'll just let it play again. Now I have a complaint about the police in this, other than the fact that they didn't use billy clubs like they should have.
That was my thing too. Was like, get some truncheons, you guys. You could have whacked them all in the knees.
But see, I believe anytime this shit happens, I love the guy in the white right there who just keeps getting his ass hit with the shield. He's my favorite guy.
Yeah.
I believe that what should have been used here is pepper balls. They are my favorite thing the police use against these assholes.
Mm-hmm.
And you could have shot it, because remember that you're not allowed to shoot those directly at people. But if they'd shot it so that it hit right under their little wedge, we could have got somebody hit in the nuts with one of those.
Oh, absolutely.
I can say this entire thing could have been stopped with one spike strip that they used to stop cars. That's
true too. Just lay one of them bitches down. Frosted, thank you. They didn't expect the cops to have elephants. Exactly. Now the police finally have enough of this shit, and they kind of make a mistake here, because if you see that cloud popping up, I realize it's probably a slideshow, but you see that cloud popping up, that is tear gas, or I don't know exactly what gas they used here. But riot dispersing. Oh, there went their shield. No. Unfortunately, the wind is blowing towards the police.
Yeah, but they have gas masks, and they've all been, exposed to this stuff several times.
Yeah,
they function way better under tear gas than these Antifa clowns.
There's a couple of the cops who didn't have their masks on, and like you can see them put them on during this. You should have paid attention a little bit to the wind before you threw the canister. But again, pepper balls would have taken care of this.
Yeah.
Pepper balls. I'm a firm supporter of them.
They are learning tactics from Batman villains. So it's nice that the Penguin showed them how to make an umbrella wall, but
Oh man.
it's just kind of sad because the cops were like, "What the fuck is this?" And they were so busy laughing that they really couldn't be very effective at first.
Yeah. They were just
I honestly might have peed myself laughing so hard if I had to deal with these clowns, because I'd have been bashing one with that shield. Like, you guys are dumb.
yeah. So their big move didn't work. What do you think the next tactic is? I
Wait,
mean,
it didn't work? Oh my god.
I know,
I'm
right?
shocked too.
They had PVC pipe. I mean,
Yeah, they had like $5 worth of construction equipment that they probably stole from the construction site. I think next they're going to attempt to build an actual brick wall and put a giant portal on it, and it'll be like Wile E. Coyote kind of thing. It'll say Acme on the back.
Oh, you know what? They might try to do like a Trojan horse strategy where they just make a big giant box of donuts to try to walk in.
damn you, that's where I was going. Yes, Trojan horse. I didn't have the donut idea, but that's really good.
Yeah, they could have used the cop car too. But yeah, I don't know. I think this is just sad. These people, they're called Treehouse Antifa, which makes it sound like the Get Along Gang.
Yeah.
Like
makes them sound as retarded as they are.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, thank you, Keldrick. I think the police should have set up tripwire. Think of the human dominoes. That's true. That would have been pretty funny.
Oh yeah, that could have been fun too.
Especially if it was barbed. Thank you, Evolved Potato. Okay, this is something I actually know, so I'm going to say it. A phalanx isn't Roman, it's Greek. And that's not a phalanx, it's a testudo. This is one of the only things I actually know a lot about. Oh, well,
I stand corrected.
Yeah, we got that wrong. Apologies. But yeah, either way, it's even more insulting that it's Greek, and it's so Greek none of us knew it. So,
does the Greek thing make the Trojan horse more applicable?
Yes.
Yeah, look, I don't know my Roman history. For all the talk about how the, men, all they think about is Rome. I don't know that much about Rome. I know, some of the major leaders and stuff. I always thought the legions marched in squares. So
I'd have to look it up. I've seen like documentaries on it, but I don't memorize it.
Who was that? Who was that donation from?
That was Evolved Potato.
Evolved. Thank you for correcting us on that. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I mean that sincerely. If we get something wrong, please correct us. We don't want to be wrong.
I think we're missing the biggest mistake the cops made. They're using the clear right shields, which is just attracting the window lickers.
Oh, fuck. That's probably what happened. They were just trying to get there to lick it.
Yeah, they're getting all like sexually aroused. Like, what's the flavor of that one?
Now, I don't have the video and we wouldn't be able to watch it either, but we had the protest outside the DNC last night.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
so fucking dumb.
The pro-Palestinian, pro-Hamas people go up and block the entrance to the DNC, and they had to lock down all our leaders because oh my God, retards are up there. And then the police went up there and threw one lady down the stairs. We need to talk about that, Jack, because one lady did get thrown down the stairs. And as somebody who's fallen downstairs many times,
what?
I'm sure that one hurt because she was up. I mean, for a normal flight of stairs, that's about half a flight of stairs.
Yeah.
And she flew onto concrete. I shouldn't laugh. However, what happened there is the police are trying to break these guys up. I can't find the video. Jack, do you have that video on your timeline?
It should be on my timeline. I retweeted a lot of videos from that.
Yeah, I thought that's where I'd probably seen it, but why are you not where I... Fuck, man. You're the person I search the most on Twitter because they won't show me your shit, but you're not in my search bar. Fuck.
I might be shadow banned, actually.
Why is Twitter trying to keep us apart?
Because they're jealous of how awesome we are.
I guess. It's just annoying because they did this with. I still don't see Scribe and Satsu, despite the fact that I streamed with them every night and we tweeted each other all the time. I'd have to go look for them. I don't know why they try to keep me from the people. Okay, yeah, that's a good stopping point.
I follow both of them, and I only ever see Scribe's timeline. I never see Satsu's.
I saw a post from Satsu today because Hammer retweeted it.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
All right, so on your screen here, these are them. They're all locked arm in arm up here, and the police are trying to pull them down. So what happens is the police are trying to break this up, and they pull on one of the chicks, and she comes free, and they weren't expecting that.
So, this one's a pussy. Shit.
So they
flying.
They accidentally end up throwing her down the stairs, and everybody. If you see the people who are on the pro-Palestinian side here, they actually keep saying, and they were throwing us down the stairs. One lady came free and got thrown down the stairs. That's it.
Yeah, and I think that was an actual accident. I don't think
me too.
Intentionally tried to throw her down the stairs.
I kind of want someone to overlay audio of just someone going yeet.
I'd love somebody to do it and slow it down where it has that goofy thing.
It's got to make that like doink boink 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 sound when she goes down the stairs.
Yeah,
and at the end just has the coyote, just a little smoke cloud.
Yeah.
And see, this is another place where pepper balls would have been very helpful.
This was a mess. I don't know how much of this footage you've watched, but the cops end up getting kind of surrounded and just like flailing their way in and out of that mess. This could have got really dangerous really fast. But thankfully, these people are incompetent at fighting. But yeah, they were trying to break into the DNC building, and somebody locked it down in time, so they didn't actually get in. So they were just being obnoxious outside, and it was a pretty ugly fight. And I'm surprised none of these people are getting charged with insurrection. Oh wait, no, I'm not.
Meanwhile, today, well, this will be yesterday now. So that video I said last night, that's actually 2 nights ago now. I keep forgetting what time of day it is. Yesterday, a group of these same assholes, not this exact asshole, but this group of yay Hamas, decided to block the San Francisco Bay Bridge. They all got arrested. I'm sure they're getting a slap on the hand. They'll be let go with no charges, but they blocked the fucking Bay Bridge. Again, pepper balls, people, pepper balls. I might have a problem.
The comedy value of pepper balls? I don't know. I don't think that's a problem. I think that's the solution.
I love watching them get hit. I really do. And I know I shouldn't be like that because I shouldn't be cheering on the police using, it's a violent method. We shouldn't be cheering that on, but it's hard not to because these people are fucking douchebags.
What we like to say is less than lethal.
Less than lethal, yes. I mean, still violent, and I don't want to cheer on the police. I really don't. I'm for freedom and stuff, but these guys are being douchebags and blocking people's entrance to stuff and highways, and fuck them. Do your little protest on the side of the road. Nobody cares anyway.
Yeah, you're just gonna make people mad. I don't understand what their goal is here, other than to look like they're violent, because that's all they accomplished was looking like they're violent.
Kyler says, pepper balls, how about rocks? Go old school. No. Pepper balls are funny.
We're not going to stoning people yet.
Not yet, no. Pepper balls are funny because these idiots don't get out of the way. And if you've ever seen somebody get hit in the nuts with a pepper ball, it is the funniest nut shot you'll ever see. And what was that guy's name, Jack? The one who got hit.
One of their medics might try to cut off your leg.
There,
true. Yeah,
Trey. We didn't get to see Trey get hit in the nuts with one, but he did, and we got to see the after effects. And he's laying there in just absolute horror. And one of their medics does come over, Bubba.
We need a tourniquet.
I need to look at this. And she told him, "Oh, just go home and put some ice on it, and if it gets worse, then go to the doctor." He took a fucking nut shot from a pepper ball, which for those of you who don't know, it's about the size of a shot put ball. That's about right, Jack, right?
There's two different kinds. There's the dispersal rounds, which are like the bigger shot. But then there's like some of the pepper balls are more like the paintball size.
Oh yeah. But what they do is they're not allowed to shoot them directly at people, so they bounce them off the ground. And these idiots obviously didn't do well in geometry because they stay right in the line of it, and it's hilarious. I love watching it.
For some reason, I thought the size, like how my comparison went, was the size of a mouse ball. If people remember mouse balls.
Yeah. Yeah, that they're a little smaller than that. But yeah, that's not too bad of a comparison.
Mighty Ballsack, real quick, thank you. That crunch sound is the left eating itself.
Well, they have a obscenely weird obsession with supporting Muslims that would honestly hate most of them. So yeah, pretty much.
And Tyra, thank you. I can't seem to find the picture of the Marine holding the CCP flag. I did see a picture of 50 CCP flags and one American flag on our soil. What the literal fuck? It says bleep, but I put that in there for you. I'm imagining that's what you meant. When did China conquer us, especially after Veterans Day? It wasn't a picture that I saw. There's a video of the Marine with the flag.
Yeah.
Is that on your timeline?
Probably. Yeah, because it was when Biden was walking with Xi. You could see the Marine with the flag. Thank you, Alan, for the generous donation. He says, "Morning, Jack. Morning, Alan. Hope you're doing well."
Let me see if I can find that one on your timeline. Then we're going to talk about Nikki Haley. Oh, it's right here. Yeah, that's And
here I got distracted on Jack's timeline with the little dog.
Yeah, that dog is adorable.
All right, so there's G and Biden walking in. Here's our Marine, and I hate that
not an American flag.
I hate that it stops right there. I wish the video had gone on, but there you go.
There's an American Marine holding a Chinese flag.
And if you want the link, I will throw it into your chat right now. Bam.
That's I really wish to me because I noticed that right away, and I'm like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah. All right, so we got to talk about Nikki Haley because what this fucking idiot's out there saying.
She did try to walk it back a little bit the other day, but not much.
I don't care.
She's stupid.
I don't care.
This should end her presidential run.
Oh shit! Do I have the one where she talks about Ramaswamy? Damn, I don't. Where can? Oh, I bet that's on Vivek's page. Hang on. You guys talk for a second while I look at this.
What's up, Bubba? How you doing?
Doing all right. Doing all right.
That's good. Well, we're out of stuff to talk about.
Yeah. But
that was a great conversation.
But looking at the guy holding the flag, if you actually look at his eyes, he looks like he's about to cry.
I would be too. I don't blame him.
I would have refused.
I'd be very sad and enraged at the same time. Like so angry I was about to cry. Because that was probably a punishment for him.
And at first, he probably was like, I get to be at this point with the president doing something. He probably was so proud, and he had to hold that flag.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
All right, I can't find the other one, but just to let you all know. So she goes and she gives this interview where she says that when Ramaswamy came out, he attacks Rona McDaniel and then the presenter and then me. And I'm not saying that means anything. Trying to suggest that he only went after them because they're women.
Yeah.
No, he went after Rona because she sucks at her job. He went after the reporter because she's one of the ones who pushed the bullshit Trump story. And he went after you because you started it.
Yeah. And he doesn't want you being president.
Yeah.
Duh.
For all of her talking about, oh, he keeps coming after, she's the one that started all that shit. She went after him hard in that first debate. And he just finally fired back properly. He still needs to go Trump on her and give her a nickname. What would be a good nickname for her? Like artificial lubricant Nikki.
That's a bit of a word salad.
Oh, it too long?
Yeah.
Dry snatch?
Oh, there you go.
I'll just call her dry snatch.
Or Dusty Poon.
Women cannot handle being treated equally. No. And this is one of the reasons I hate people like her. I have no problem with her going after Ramaswamy. They are in a campaign against each other. But then he shoots back at her and she immediately falls back on, but I'm a woman.
Yeah. Yeah. She's a victim monkey. A victim.
But this is a different topic and far more concerning, actually. Take it away.
Quick.
Oh, go
ahead. Thank you, Circus Zero. Pepper balls can be shot at people just like sandbag shotgun rounds. Rubber bullets and the baton rounds cannot be shot directly at people. Trey took a rubber bullet to the balls. In some areas, you're not allowed to shoot pepper balls directly at people either.
Yeah, and that's what that was one of the Portland things. They weren't allowed to shoot them directly at them because some people got mad and claimed they did.
Yeah, and that was a big deal because they were a lot of California areas seem to have that hamstringing where they're not allowed to actually be effective.
All right. Dry Snatch has some stuff to tell us.
When I get into office, the first thing we have to do, social media accounts, social media companies, they have to show America their algorithms. Let us see why they're pushing what they're pushing. The second.
Why?
Well, this goes back to her TikTok thing, where TikTok is pushing stuff to the kids, and so we got to shut them down.
Yeah, I think we have bigger problems than social media right now. I mean, I understand that they want to be all authoritarian with it, but maybe we should try and, I don't know, close the border or, I would even argue put some pro-American stuff in schools first, and then, but the whole thing of having to reveal your name, I don't like that at all.
Oh, we haven't got to that point yet.
Oh,
hang on. This is just her talking about the
angry about this.
Yeah, I'm with you because this part is just kind of stupid. It's like that. Shut up. You reveal your algorithm. One, most people wouldn't understand what the algorithm even said.
That is true. So let me just get you like 2,000 lines of code real quick.
Yeah. How many of you guys in chat can read code and understand what each line of that actually means? It's they called it a language for a reason. It is a whole different language. But anyway, she doesn't stop there.
Thing is, every person on social media should be verified by their name. That's, first of all, it's a national security threat. When you do that, all of a sudden people have to stand by what they say.
I stand by the fact that you are a dry twat.
Gets rid of the Russian bots, the Iranian bots, and the Chinese bots.
Why would he get rid of the bots? That makes no sense. They have to, if they're Chinese bot, all that means is they would have to show that they're, their little Chinese passport or whatever. Do you think it's going to stop them from doing stuff?
Unlikely.
But the whole idea, oh, hang on, let's let this idiot finish.
And then you're going to get some civility.
No, you won't.
When people know their name is next to what they say.
Accountability.
And they know their pastor and their family member is going to see it. It's going to help our kids and it's going to help our country.
All right, let me address this and I'll let you guys weigh in. My family watches my show. They know that I talk just like this. They don't follow me on Twitter, and I'm glad they don't, because I don't want that, them getting any blowback from me being an asshole. But I'm not ashamed of the shit I say, and I would probably make you cry. And I'm probably one of the people that you think needs to be more civil. I did just call you dry twat. But this idea of we have to force civility by making every person show who that. Go fuck yourself. Let me get this, and then you can respond. Snub, thank you. Anonymity is the only thing guaranteeing the principle of free speech online. Absolutely not. 100%. Jack, you had a thought on this.
I had a lot of thoughts on this. It's fucking dumb. Anonymity is important because you have to be able to speak your mind, and some things can't be said with your ID because you'll be subject to retribution. Things like, the Federalist Papers.
Oh, thank you for going there. I was going. Yes, well done. For those of you who don't know, most of our founding arguments are done pseudonymously.
Yeah. Common Sense by Thomas Paine originally did not have his name on it because he didn't want to die in a British jail.
The arguments were made with pseudonyms. Hell, even as they're arguing about the Constitution after the war is over and stuff, the arguments back and forth that were in newspapers and stuff were done with synonyms or pseudonyms. Sorry, not synonyms, pseudonyms.
Yeah, because they needed to be able to stay anonymous so that there wasn't a campaign to destroy them.
Yeah.
And these people had things to lose. That some of them were wealthy, some of them were not. And if you have nothing, it's easy to destroy you. And if you have stuff, that's easy to take it away. The government shouldn't need to know the fact that you're bad-mouthing them. Who cares? Who cares? None of your business.
Significant Otter, who I often call Significant Odor, and I feel that's one of the few that I've ever felt bad about. It says, Monkey is worried about you. Hubby and I listen to you. I appreciate it. No, I'm fine. Just my body sometimes. This whole nonsense about needing to. This is not a new argument. I mean, this is what the left was telling us when I first got online. You need to show who you are. Why? Why do you need to know who? And where was that said in chat? Somebody just said it a moment ago. There it is. Keldrick said it. Yes, brilliant. Create a culture of fear, you cunt. Exactly. Yeah. And that's what she's talking about. She wants you to be afraid to express yourself.
Yeah. And if you don't have the ability to express yourself, they control the language.
Mm-hmm.
And they could punish you for saying something not politically correct and damage your social credit score. Thanks, China. But they could punish you and make your life miserable. Oh, you said something against the president? Here's your audit.
We totally don't have a cancel culture that happens, and even if you own your own business, it's not like they can find where you work and completely clog up your phone lines and completely destroy your business or do anything like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they will do everything they can to destroy you. Real fast though, thank you, Keldrick, who says, never have I ever wanted a military man to disobey an order more than when I saw that Marine carrying a CCP flag.
Yes.
Seriously, fuck Joe Biden. Yeah, yep. I was repulsed by that. That should never happen. If they want to have one of their dumb little soldiers holding a CCP flag on one side and ours on the other, I'd be okay with that. But you don't have our people holding your flag. That makes us a vassal state. Which, with Joe Biden, I'm sure he got his paycheck. So,
well, no, Joe didn't. His son did, and Joe got 10%.
Yeah,
10% to the big guy.
Thank you, Tyrai. Why does it seem every single one of these leaders wants to control our lives? Also, stop fielding control freak woman for the ticket. Yeah, this really hurt her campaign quite a bit because a lot of people were talking about this. And the left was celebrating it. They're like, yeah, that'll show them.
She's Hillary Clinton, I'm telling you.
Yeah, this was really stupid on her part. I don't know why she would think that, but I guess she's just mad because people say mean things about her. She wants to punish them.
Yes. Has she said she's going to do a no-fly zone over Ukraine?
I mean, it would shock me.
She's a bad candidate. And to that question, why do they always want to control? The real answer is because that's the easiest way to govern. If you let people to their own devices, then things outside of your control might happen. Where if you lock there was a truth. If you go back to the war in Iraq, the second one, there were people like Saddam Hussein keeps this place stable. He did. It was horrific the way he did it. He killed people if they didn't do what he wanted, if they acted out. But once that control was gone, yeah, the place just went to hell because there wasn't that strong grip on them. It's not something we ever talk about, but yeah, North Korea doesn't have a huge problem with crime because they just kill their criminals.
To be fair, they
And
put a
their
lot of them
families
in
as
work
well.
camps. Yeah. Like your whole family's going to a work camp if you do something wrong.
They use fear because it works. It works because most people just want to go about their day as best they can without getting into any trouble.
Yeah, they don't want to get beaten and thrown in the gulags. And I understand that, but you have to remember that the majority of people are not going to fight back.
Nope.
No matter how much you try, they are not going to do anything because they just don't want to get involved.
Thank you, Snubber. Saddam had nothing on his sons. See Dank's video. Oh God, his sons Uday and what was the other one's name?
Garbage guy. I don't know.
They were fucking horrible.
They were
I'm just gonna
absolutely
guess
evil.
his name was Muhammad.
No, it's not. It's Uday and Ilday or some shit. Kusei. Thank you. Uday and Kusei.
That sounds like a food you would order.
Jimmy. No, it wasn't Jimmy. They were both retarded, but yeah, they were fucking horrible people. All right. Enough with Nikki Haley and her. But you know, the thing we say so many times around here: control the speech and you control everything. That's what she's trying to do there. That's all it is. So
she is absolutely a hardcore Democrat in Republican veneer.
Yeah,
and this should end her campaign. But unfortunately, she's been on Fox News like 3 times since this.
Did they bring it up any of those times?
No.
Because they'll do what they did with Biden, and again, most people still get their news from your mainstream media, so most people aren't going to see this and know about it.
No, a few of the off channels, not Fox, were talking about this and saying what a great thing it is, and of course the trolls are coming out to get her and all that. It's the usual stuff that you see from the left. So she's the candidate the left wants.
Oh God, yeah. Now we got to switch topics to talk instead of one of our least favorite people, one of our favorite people on this channel. Representative George Santos hit with scathing ethics report, says he won't seek re-election.
That makes me sad because he amuses me greatly.
Yeah, me too. And I don't like the guy. He is a piece of shit. George Santos is a piece of shit who probably committed a lot of federal crimes, including fraud in various different ways.
How could they do this at this point in time when he is Jew-ish?
No, Jew-ish. Thank you. Yeah, this is a Hamas attack on him. Basically, the report says he's a douchebag, that he probably committed crimes. And my favorite part of it is that he deceived voters. And
he's a politician.
I would love for him to come out and put together a video of various different people who are in Congress right now, who lied to voters, who, I don't know, claim to have been in the fighting in Vietnam, but actually weren't.
Blumenthal. Yeah. Like, I don't have time to watch a 400-hour video, monkey.
No, just some clips of them doing their lie. Hillary
My
Clinton
helicopter was under fire.
Yes.
Yeah. We took sniper fire. No, you didn't. There's video.
He is the personification of everything wrong with our politics. one of their biggest charges in there is that he took a lot of campaign finance money and used it on himself, like going gambling with it and going on a shopping spree with it and staying in expensive hotels with it.
He has to live in this country, Monkey, like AOC in her limos.
And this is what I said on Twitter. He just did it wrong. If you're going to steal from your campaign, what you need to do, he's married, he's got a husband. He's the only guy I know that pretends to be gay so that he could get elected.
I don't know if he's pretending or not, and I don't really care. This dude is some sort of international man of mystery, I'm telling you.
I don't think that he's actually gay, but he does have a husband. So what he should have done is hired his husband as a consultant, paid him an extraordinary salary for this. You get $300,000 for consulting, and then that shit comes home to you and you can spend it as you please. That's what AOC has done. It's what Ilhan Omar did. Go ahead and do it. That's the legal way to steal from your campaign. And for these fucking assholes to get up there and be like, oh, he stole from his campaign. You guys do it all the time. You just do it under a different guise. You fucking lie about it.
Yeah, he's just bad at it. That's all.
Yeah, AOC.
Honestly, consulting is probably the biggest money laundering scam ever.
Mm-hmm. In DC, it is 100% a money laundering scam. Like, well, what did they do? Oh, they consulted us. AOC's consultant was Chaikat Rabadi, or however you say his name. And he's the one that managed all of it. Her boyfriend, did they ever get married? Are they married now, that ginger fuck?
I don't think so. I don't know.
But he gets a big ass contract to be a consultant for her. And all of that money comes home to her because they were living together. I know this is up and up. Again, George Santos, he represents what's wrong with Congress, but that's because all of Congress is like that. They're dirty shitbags.
Speaking of dumb shit, people in government, did you see that video that I sent you about Biden?
Oh, I do have the Nikki Haley one. Which one?
They're all dead.
Oh, yes, I have that right here if you want to take a look at that one.
Oh, yeah.
Da-da-da-da. Hang on, let me cue it up here. I'm doing some producing around, guys, and I'm good at my producing job.
Right.
I don't pay myself for producing because I suck at it. All right. So this is Joe Biden, our retard in chief.
John, I know two people near where I live. Their kids literally, as that's strange, they woke up dead.
Is wake up dead?
They woke up dead. They're zombies?
I fucking hate when I wake up dead, man. It's the worst. The man's an idiot. He's just an idiot. And okay, you take an idiot and you give him dementia, and that's our president.
Yeah.
Hey, now, fat.
Want to do some push-ups, fat? Oh, fuck. Since we talked about it, let's go ahead and bring up Nikki's other video here. God damn, that's our president, man. I fucking can't believe our world. All right, here's Nikki. Oh, I love that freeze frame. What's wrong with her one eye? Why don't her eyes open together at the same time?
She's getting older, Monkey.
Oh, okay. Why is she starting to look like John Kerry?
I don't know if she's looking like John Kerry or if she's just slowly melting. I don't know. Like, if Nikki Haley won it, I'd probably have sex with her just out of pity. Like, your campaign's really falling apart. But she's looking pretty fucking horrible lately. I think it's because evil people tend to start looking that way after a while.
She's literally looks like she's looking at the Ark of the Covenant right now.
She kind of does.
It does. Yeah, absolutely. Good analogy.
I think that's John Kerry in a wig.
Oh, no, he's so much weirder looking.
I'm telling you, we'll have to do a side by side sometime. Anyway, here she goes. Come on,
he's got
take
like Martian crevasses.
Take it away, stupid.
What happens? He comes out of the gate. He hits the female chair of the party. He hits the female anchor on the platform, and then he hits me. And I'm not saying anything.
I ain't saying, I'm just saying.
But he might have a girl problem. I'm just saying he might have a.
Yep.
Correct
There
me
it
if
is.
I'm wrong, but didn't he hit all of the media?
He did, yes. He specified her because she was one of the ones specifically who pushed the Trump shit. That's why he went after her. He went after Rona because, well, she's the one leading the party who just got their ass kicked in an election.
Mhm.
Anybody remember Christopher Steele?
Yes.
Anybody remember when he was running the Republican Party and he did such a bad job at it that he got hit over and over again for how bad he did?
Well, that was different. He's not a woman.
Nah. He was black. That's why they did it.
He didn't get flowers.
Oh, fuck, man. I'm so tired of this. They did it because I'm a woman. Ramaswamy's been hitting everybody. When in that first debate, what did he do? He called everybody up there bought and paid for. He didn't single you out. He didn't start singling you out until you made it about him. God, it just, oh God, it's. I keep saying, he's the Trump surrogate on the stage. He really is. Because if Trump ever criticizes a woman, what is it? Oh, it's because it's a woman. Doesn't matter that he does it to fucking anybody who says something against him.
No, I mean, nobody cares about men.
Christopher Steele was Michael Steele. Thank you. Michael Steele, not Christopher Steele. Chris is the dossier. That's my bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
That's right. Thank you, Okie
Yep,
Native. You don't have to see her weird face if you turn her over and push it into the bed. Yeah, doggy style was invented so you don't have to look at ugly people. And
guys, turn off the lights. It's easier. Then you can have them whichever way you want.
Contact with their face somehow.
I'm not sure how much I would approve of a sandpaper fleshlight, though, given what she looks like.
Just spit on it, man.
Well, maybe that'd be something you'd learn to like a fetish.
I mean, I guess it'd give more grip, but
yeah.
Wow. She's ribbed for your pleasure.
Probably a hot dog down the hallway there. Thank you, Dragon Mage. Hey, Jack. What find funny is the Gays for Palestine protests and signs in the UK. Oh my God, those people are so stupid. Have you seen those signs, Monkey? Queers for Palestine and gays for Palestine.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to get murdered? Because I would really like to see you go there.
They just want to learn how to fly.
There's not many tall buildings anymore.
No, the thing is they never have to live up to their rhetoric. It's so easy to stand up for something that's never going to affect you.
Yeah, virtue signaling is the easiest, laziest thing people could do.
Queers for Palestine. They would kill you, literally. That's not even like they would beat you up and leave you in a... No, they would literally kill you. They think you're an abomination.
And they would videotape it at the same time.
They would, yeah, to use as propaganda. You fucking idiot. Oh, man. Oh, speaking of fucking idiots, I just saw Undoom's latest video. It's from back in September. I never got it up it never popped up on my timeline anywhere. And it finally popped up like 2 days ago. Have you seen it? It's the one where he's doing a TED Talk.
I saw it a while back, but I don't remember it, honestly. I've seen so many things since September.
It's one of these gender affirming assholes, this fucking lady who's up there. We really need to give kids these drugs because then if they identify as female and we stop them from having the male hormones, then they don't have to have face surgery later on.
What?
Oh God, yeah. That's part of what she says. But the part that really pissed me off is she's talking about sterilizing these children. And she makes no bones about the fact that that's what will happen if you give these hormones to kids. So I'll give her at least some credit for honesty there. But then she says this. Well, if they can't have kids, then we should be able to just remove their organs like we do with all unnecessary organs, like an appendix.
Yeah, let's just harvest out perfectly good parts of the body and probably sell them on the black market.
She's
so
talking.
create the problem and create
Yes.
a solution.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And forget the fact, I don't know about you guys, but I still have my appendix.
Yes, as do I. I have all my wisdom teeth as well.
We don't take out the appendix until there's a problem with it. So she's literally talking about make the problem so that you can do it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they learned that from Fauci.
Thank you, Keldrig. I never got it up, Monkey, November 17th, 2023. I'm sure I did, but I don't remember the context. Let me bring up on Doom's video so we can throw it into chat for folks. Yeah, this shit was amazingly stupid. And when she got to that part, I'm like, are you kidding? You're talking about doing this to children and then taking out their testicles because, well, it's unused, and that's what we do with unused stuff. Bullshit. No, we don't. We don't give unnecessary surgeries, you fucking retard.
Apparently we do. Apparently that's the thing.
Pretty sure like 90% of us have like tonsils still.
Yep.
Yeah. Monster, you don't need those.
Should just come and take them out because, anyway, this is kind of related. The Supreme Court refuses to revive Florida's drag show law. And this is another one of those where it's not the main case. So Florida made a law that said that you can't knowingly let children into a place that has lewd behavior, basically drag shows.
Yeah.
And they specifically mention in there like dildos. They don't use dildos. I forget the terminology they used. Excuse me. But a judge put a stay on it while it's going through the courts. And that got moved up through the courts. And that's what the Supreme Court was ruling on whether or not to implement the law while it's going through the court. In a weird thing, the people who are suing, the state is asking to allow them to do whatever they want, but everybody else has to follow the law, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But this is one of them. This sets a precedent. If we could win this, that we're not going to stand for rulings where our rights are being violated. This is helping all across the country and other states as well, where these same laws are trying to be enacted. We are fighting back against all these states, and we are winning. I just want to remind you what I said at the beginning. This is a law to keep children out of places where balls and penises are being waved around and dildos are flying. This is to keep them away from lewd behavior. And they're like, we're winning. This is our right. You have a right to have children come see a sexual show in your venue.
Yeah, look, there's a lot of degenerates out there that are really obsessed with putting their junk in children's faces. Yeah. That should disturb all of us.
This is our right. Is it? Is it? Can't bring kids into a bar anywhere. You can in some places. They can't have alcohol.
In a lot of places you can bring kids into bars as long as because they actually have games and stuff just to like shove inside.
Yeah, and I forgot what my point was there, but yeah, you there are places where you can bring kids into bars. Oh, I know. In some of these places, they've specifically done it where it's like we're going to have a daytime drag show. The one that we saw was at a gay bar. The one with the big pink thing written in the back. I forget what's written on the wall in neon there.
It's like a wood chip itself.
No, that would have been much better. They've made rules where kids can come in here so that they can see dicks. Don't give them beer, but here, Here, kid, have a dick instead.
What
How about a
happens
nice-
in the bathroom stays in the bathroom.
How about a nice penis in this bar? And, you know, we'll have some kids on stage and shove some money in there. Oh, wait, no, they don't do. Oh, yeah, they do. Desmond.
Oh, yeah, they did. Real quick. Thank you, Frosted
Yes.
Glass.
I'm sorry, real quick. Danger. The sign said it's not going to lick itself. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Frosted Glass. If everyone who attacks Nikki hates women, the ugly tree must be like Ike Turner.
True.
That's very apt, yes.
Yeah. So fuck these people. And they're not saying this is our right. No, it's not. No, it's not. Why do you need kids in this stuff? Now, there's two reasons. There's the less sinister one, where it's to normalize this behavior, which is part of it. And then there's the more sinister one where normalizing that behavior makes it easier for them to touch children.
For what I'm saying, so if you want to see dick and balls as a kid, you go to a drag show. If you want to see a vagina, you just go to school.
Yeah, well, you can go to school to learn about what you're supposed to do in the bathroom at the drag show. You do some studying at the library. Thank you, Snubberth. It's conservative, so I want to read the law specifics because they may include video games, stores with rated M games. I don't need a Columbine sequel. No. This Florida law is very specific about lewd behavior stuff. It is not things like the video game. Like they have San Andreas in there and they have the chocolate mod on. It's not that. This is wording specifically to stop kids from going to drag shows without just saying drag shows.
Yeah, drag shows and story time, that sort of thing. It's specifically aimed at that.
But by all means, look it up. I wish I don't have it in front of me. I think it's in the article, so I'll throw you guys the article. But no, it's worded well. But no, this doesn't mean it's dead. It doesn't mean that the law won't ever go into effect. It just means it's going to take a few years as it goes through the courts. They just didn't allow it to be implemented immediately, which they're claiming it on First Amendment grounds. I have a First Amendment right to show kids my penis.
That's a weird hill to die
I feel
on.
like that's a bad argument. That's a really bad argument. Don't care about that one. Don't care about that one. I do understand your concern there, Snub. But when it comes to the Florida laws so far, they've been pretty good with the way they've been written. I mean, it's kind of long, but we're gonna watch with Greenwald when he was on with Jimmy Dore, the clip that you shared on Twitter, Jack.
Oh yeah. Like I got in an argument with Glenn Greenwald the other day. For some reason, he actually responded to me.
Oh, that's right. You told me that. Yeah.
Yeah. He tried to pull some whataboutism crap. That dude has been going off about the Israelis. Like, I really don't think the dude likes Jews. And
he's one of those that's been making, just to clarify his argument mostly, is that he doesn't like the thing with like the colleges and the kids getting in trouble for, saying they're Hamas.
Yeah, he's been broadening that out to anyone that is backing Israel, more or less. He's saying that it's a form of cancel culture.
Yeah,
and he's been going off about it for like a month now, and I was really glad to see him do something else because it's just tiresome, and I think he's wrong, and he's got some kind of bias against the Jews. I don't know what it is. Don't really care. I just would like to see him talk about something else for a while. And then this clip dropped, and I was like, well, I'm glad I can agree with him again.
There's different layers to what's going on there. There's the people who are actually supporting Hamas. And I think it was either him. I think it was him talking with Tucker Carlson about that whole thing. And he says at one point that these these kids dropped this letter, and it just so happened that the timing was bad. Like, they dropped it on October 7th. They wrote it because of October 7th.
Yeah, they knew exactly what they were doing.
It wasn't like they just happened to come out with a pro-Palestinian thing and whoops, that day the Palestinians attacked the Jews. No, this was done on purpose. But anyway, this is not about that. But if you do follow Glenn, that is quite tiresome. But this is different.
I mean, it is so ironic the people who have been depicting themselves as the saviors of American democracy, the only people standing between us and tyranny, are the same people who are now trying to imprison the leading presidential candidate.
Yeah, funny's the word. Sad. As Bubba pointed out earlier, you know, these are the pro-democracy people who are trying to keep somebody from running. Have you guys noticed that they've dropped the democracy thing? They don't talk about it as much as they used to.
Probably wasn't polling well.
Because there for about 2 years, that's all everything was about democracy. All the way through the Ukrainian war. They're the front line of democracy. You know.
Well, you don't want to be throwing that around when Israel is a democracy.
Right. Hey, so is Hamas. I sad is probably the better word than funny there.
Yeah.
It's sad.
I'd like to point out that Jimmy Dore here is quickly aging into the guy that looks like the meat department at the local grocery store in a small town.
He really does. Jimmy has aged horribly in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
No, the meat department guy typically has a bigger gut.
That's fair.
But I give him time. He hasn't had time to give up on life yet.
He looks like an old pharmacist.
Yeah, he does. He just looks like oh, there's Mr. Stevens. Don't be too mean to him because he's kind of an asshole.
And talking openly about the fact that Americans don't seem to care that he's been indicted in 4 jurisdictions because they no longer trust our political system or our Justice Department, nor should they, because they know how politicized it is. They watched 4 years of this insane CIA-driven conspiracy theory where the Justice Department tried to prove Trump was blackmailed by Vladimir Putin with sex tapes and he was in bed with the Russians in the Kremlin. It went nowhere. Bob Mueller closed his investigation, said we can't find any evidence this is true. All of this has eroded faith and trust.
And it's true. And I don't know if I don't think he brings it up here, but there was the Donald Trump truth post that went around where he didn't say he was going to sick the Justice Department on people, but he said that a lot of these people would probably end up, I can't remember his exact wording, but basically though, the people who are coming after him will basically end up in prison. But he doesn't just say, hey, we're going to go after these guys. He said for misusing their office. And it's amazing how pissed off Democrats got about that. He says he's going to throw people that he disagrees with in prison.
Did you see that speech he gave in Miami on November 11th?
No.
Yeah, he gave part of it's been making the rounds because he said he's going to root out the subversive elements and lock them up, like the communists, the fascists, and the illegal immigrants.
Oh,
and stuff like
I
that.
did see that. Yeah.
Because people lost their fucking minds over that. It was great.
Yeah, because they said he's literally using Hitler's talking points because Hitler went after the commies and the fascists. Oh, wait, no, that's not true. He partnered with the fascists for World War II, you fucking retards. Correct me if I'm wrong. Italy was on Germany's side.
Yes.
Totally wasn't part of the Axis. No.
Yeah, he said fascist. He's doing Hitler's. No, he's not, you fucking retards. Anyway, it's the first time I've heard them object to, fascists being stopped in a while.
Yeah, well, they don't really know what it is, so they have a limited lexicon of verbiage anyway, so what do you expect?
To them, free speech is fascist.
Yeah.
I'll throw this into chat if anybody wants to watch the rest of it. I mean, it's him basically saying going over the same point for a while, that they've absolutely destroyed trust in our justice system. And then they're like, how dare you? Why don't you trust us? You should love what we do. Well, you guys are shitbags. Jack, I'm pretty sure you sent that Trump video to me.
Probably. I send you a lot of stuff.
You do, and I watch most of it, and I don't remember it until we actually start talking about it. Yes, this is the one. Okay.
Mostly I send it to you so I remembered.
Oh, there you go. I just never realized how much we speak until I go, oh, see, there was my DMs on screen. Until I go to look for something that we sent each other. And it's like, what the fuck are we talking about? It was in between all of this that we had our Pearly discussion.
Yeah, that's right.
So what I got is Jack just uses Monkey as a favorites tab.
Yes, he does. And it's okay.
Just for the really important stuff that I want to make sure that he's got access to. The other stuff, I have an insane amount of bookmarks. You would not believe how many thousands of pages I have bookmarked.
Keep talking for just a second. John, I need to refill my drink. I'll be right back.
Okay. I've seen your sunshine streams. I've seen how many tabs you have open at once, and it is ridiculous.
Yes, but I have all of them bookmarked, and they're still on my bookmarks. I have file folders for them. So if I ever need to reference them again, I can, in theory, find them.
Like, if I have more than, like, 7 bookmark or 7 tabs open at once, I feel anxiety.
Wow. You're doing that wrong. You got to get used to having like 30 of them open.
So I see like the how small your tabs are. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, how do you even know what that is?
I'm with Bubba on this one. 5 is about my limit, and even then, I prefer it to be no more than 2.
I think I have more than 5 open on both of the browsers I have open right now.
And then you worry about why your shit runs, or what you question why your shit runs slow.
No, I end up closing a lot of them as we go through the show because, like, well, we're not going to get to that, or I don't think he's going to talk about that, or we talk about something and then I can close it. But most of the time, it's YouTube or Rumble videos that I'm going to watch later.
Oh, sure, yeah.
If it's during the show, unless if I'm running a show, then all those tabs are open for stories I want to get to. And that's why there's like 40 of them open and the show ends up being 4 hours.
No, see, if it's a Rumble or a YouTube video, I don't know if Rumble does it. With a YouTube video, I start the video and then close it. And then later I'll go to my history tab and watch through the stuff I want to watch.
It doesn't always do that for me, though.
Fair enough. All right, let's hear Donald Trump do his Hitler speech. Seriously, guys, they were calling this, oh my God, he's like Hitler.
Today, especially in honor of our great veterans on Veterans Day, we pledge to you that we will root out the communists, Marxists, fascists, and the radical left thugs that live like vermin within the confines of our country, that lie and steal and cheat on elections and will do anything possible. They'll do anything, whether legally or illegally, to destroy America and to destroy the American dream. The real threat is not from the radical right. The real threat is from the radical left.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You want to know why they don't show him as much as they did in 2016? Because this would get him elected.
Yeah.
So where does the Nazi part come in?
They said because he's good. Hitler used to use the word vermin to describe people. So that's where they had the real problem. And they played only part of the clip. And of course, they're trying to take him out of context. But you know what? Well, they're admitting they're vermin.
True. But he also specifically mentions communists and Marxists, which the Nazis had a very famous rivalry with.
Yeah.
And so did the U.S.
No. Does this mean all exterminators are Nazis?
Yes.
Because they get rid of vermin?
Yes.
They're genociding the bed bugs.
Yes.
Every day, every single day. The threat from outside forces is far less sinister, dangerous, and grave than the threat from within.
True.
Our threat is from within. Because if you have a capable, competent, smart, tough leader, Russia, China, North Korea, they're not going to want to play with us. And they didn't. Despite the hatred and anger of the radical left lunatics who want to destroy our country, we will make America great again.
There you go. There you go. There's his Hitler speech, which is absolutely ridiculous to even suggest that. Midas Touch, who bunch of shitbags. Here's Trump echoing Adolf Hitler during his rally yesterday, saying he will root out the communist, Marxist, fascist, and radical left thugs that live like vermins within the confine of our country. He's echoing. See, he's not actually being it. He's echoing him. It's an echo.
Sure.
Midas Touch. For those of you who don't know, it's a leftist bought and paid for shitbag site and Twitter handle that does nothing but push leftist propaganda. They lie constantly. It's run by a couple of brothers and their ugly ass sister. They are horrible people. Back before Elon bought Twitter, I actually got an automatic ban from responding to Midas Touch. Because I'd called them stupid too many times in a row. I couldn't talk to them for like a week.
Wow.
They had an algorithm for that, which absolutely made me laugh my ass off.
I mean, you've been blocked for lust.
I have. I've been. But that was the first time I ever got blocked by the algorithm itself. All right, Jack, let's see what you brought tonight. The first one we'd already looked at. This one is... Oh, yes, this is an update to a story we've talked about, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Pathogens labeled HIV and Ebola found inside secret, illegal Chinese-owned biolab in California. This is a lab that was only found because the guy was doing a routine inspection and he noticed a water...
Garden hose.
Garden hose, thank you, coming out of the building. And he's like, wait, that shouldn't be there.
What's all this then?
Yeah. Monkey might be interested to know if you put I hate cis in Twitter, it gets a warning. Yeah, well, Elon is labeled cis as a hate speech. Yeah.
Slur. Yeah, racial, like almost like a racial slur, like dropping. Yeah,
it's a slur.
No, this is an update. It's got a little more detail than what we had originally heard about this incident. And it's a little disturbing how little anybody seemed to care about this other than the locals.
It's nice to see it's making some mainstream media. Because this is the Post, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the garden.
Except our pandas.
What's that?
But take our pandas back.
Yes, yeah. Don't worry about it. Hey, we're giving you pandas.
No, they took all the pandas back. There won't be any anymore.
No, Xi said today that he's given us some. You didn't see that?
No, I don't believe him. I think they're going to be spies in panda suits. They're gonna be like, I am Panda. Show me NASA secrets.
Like that one bear.
Oh, right. We did have that one.
All right.
They have almost real-looking bear suits. Here's the garden hose that we're talking about.
Yeah, subtle.
Harper's discovery. Harper was the investigator. Kicked off a 9-month investigation by the city, which eventually roped in Representative Jim Costa after being stonewalled by the CDC and FBI to figure out what activities were taking place inside the illegal lab. Now, remember, we were oh my God. Don't worry, guys. Those dead rats there, they all died naturally.
Yep.
Fuck. Remember, this was supposed to... So what happened is that this other lab shuts down, and so they just sent all this stuff to us. We don't even really know what's in all those boxes that are stacked horribly. But turns out that's not exactly true.
Yeah.
HIV is found in there. Some of the potential infectious agents found include SARS-CoV-2, chlamydia, HIV, E. coli, streptococcus pneumoniae, hepatitis B and C, dengue virus, the rubella virus, and malaria.
Whoops.
That's what they were. This is an illegal lab that we've seen the pictures from the inside. I wonder if they have any of those in this article.
I think they're in the. There's a link to the original article about this that they did. I think it's in there, but I don't remember.
Yeah, because all of these, I mean, that they don't look good, but like this, see that look how well contained that is. Now this is the cleanup effort.
Yeah,
that place was a fucking shithole.
Yeah,
Even
interestingly.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. One of the things they said is once inside, the inspector found the laboratory equipment, blah, 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 lab mice and vials labeled in Mandarin English and in a code that nobody has deciphered yet. So there's some sort of code system for all this stuff, meaning they've been working on this stuff for a while.
And up here, it tells us that inside the lab, they found several people who identified themselves as Chinese nationals.
Yes, which was also new because I don't think they told us about finding people in lab coats previously.
Nope. No, because previously they said nothing really happened here. Remember that it was the second story we got where we finally saw actual lab equipment, because the first one was just a bunch of boxes thrown everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of, don't worry about it. Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here.
Oh, that's absolutely what was going on.
The picture on the screen right now is from the lab, but this is one that doesn't show just how. This actually shows more of a, granted, it's still low tech, but more of a lab-like environment. A lot of this stuff is just thrown in there, not labeled, shit all over the place. Right. This is one of the pictures we've seen, Jack, on the the left side of the screen there. We've seen a little further left. That's where you start to see the actual lab equipment. I don't know if you remember that picture.
Okay.
I remember that big blue and gray thing right there, and the lab equipment is right there on the left of it. But yeah, this is one of those nothing to see here. SARS-CoV-2. They have COVID, what we call COVID, they had in this lab.
Totally not doing experiments on American soil to, release anything. Nope.
And if it wasn't for that inspector who, again, found it accidentally because of this stupid fucking garden hose, because this lab was not supposed to have like water running into it. This building wasn't supposed to have water running to it.
I mean, to be fair, having a hose go through a concrete wall in the middle of the building.
Luckily, this guy didn't just, blow it off and go about his day, because otherwise we'd still not know this was here. Nobody even is sure quite how long all that shit's been there.
Yeah. And it's worrisome how little anyone seemed to care about this.
Yeah.
If this inspector hadn't made a big deal about this, we wouldn't know about it. I wonder how many other labs like this there are, because you can make a very low-tech laboratory.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You don't really need a lot. But whatever they were doing in there should concern all of us. This should be a major story, and it never was.
Well, this part is real. One, a little credit to Jim Costa for caring about this when it was brought to his attention.
Yeah.
But stonewalled by the CDC and the FBI.
Yep.
Anyway, so there's your update, guys. It's worse than we thought. Because we speculated about, but with the list of things actually found there.
Yeah, and the CDC refused to speak to both the town, Jim Costa, and of course the House Select Committee. They refused to speak about this with them on a number of occasions, and the locals got hung up on in mid-conversation.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was a local there, I would be furious.
I would be too. As an American, I'm furious.
Yeah. Nobody wanted to take this seriously, which tells me they either knew about it or they just don't give a shit.
Oh.
The FBI doesn't care. The CDC doesn't care. This is not a priority to them.
I am so sorry, Frosted. Told me he missed his super chat, and yes, I did. I'm so sorry about that, my friend. You reading Hunter's blood test results? Fuck. Just most of it. Thank you, my friend. And Alan, thank you so very much for the donation with no message. I appreciate it. Oh, for fuck's sake, dude.
Now, one of the reports about this was that one of the refrigerators had a tag on it that said Ebola, and the CDC is denying that, and they destroyed all the samples without actually testing them. So they're just saying that didn't happen. But the locals that went in there very well remembered that. And that bothered me a little bit because that is an incredibly dangerous disease.
Oh. Well, the one screenshot, I didn't keep it on there very long just because it's really small and hard to read. You can actually see HIV written in their fucking journal twice.
Yeah. Yeah, they're trying to weaponize that. And this should scare everyone. This is a major story that nobody's talking about. And it bothers me because it barely made a blip on any of the mainstream press the first time. Now we got
pandas.
Yeah, well, big deal. But now a 42-page report comes out about this, and it's just nobody cares. The CDC didn't give a shit. The FBI didn't give a shit. What the fuck is our leadership doing?
I disagree that it didn't give a shit. I'm with somebody in chat who's they were in on it. Who was that? Faithless. Yeah.
Yeah. They had to be. I'm curious to know how much of our government is actually being run by the Chinese. Because it really looks like they do run our country.
The answer is yes.
Some like shadow puppet government.
Yeah, ain't nothing to see here, man. We're getting pandas. Have you ever seen a panda? They're so cute.
They're cute.
Yeah, they're too lazy to reproduce. I don't have time for that shit.
They're cute and they just like fall all the time.
Yeah, because they're stupid. they're the retards of nature. They don't know how to reproduce. And they're busy sitting and eating bamboo, like, yay! I don't give a fuck about pandas. They're big dumb raccoons.
They don't know how sitting works.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the Robin Williams talk about this? He's like, maybe they're not just too lazy. Maybe the male's like, that's one ugly panda bitch, and maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
So
maybe that's all it is.
If you were a panda, you would know that is one ugly panda bitch.
One ugly panda bitch. But now fuck her with a koala's dick. Go ahead.
Real quick. Thank you, Alan, for the generous donation with no message. Appreciate it, man. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, it bothers me that this story is so swept under the rug. Just like the Cuban base that the Chinese have. Why are we downplaying so much of what the Chinese are doing? They are eating our lunch globally. Mm-hmm. And they also started restricting rare earth minerals that come over here that we need for all those stupid electric cars.
Why would we need silicon?
Yeah, like cobalt. Yeah, you don't need that. Oh, you don't need that. That's ours now. This is so insane.
You don't need that. You have such large penis.
Oh, yeah, they large penis. Oh, God, I love South Park. Massachusetts hospital patients were possibly exposed to HIV and hepatitis while undergoing endoscopy.
Whoopsie.
Just more proof. Don't put things up your butt.
I think the endoscopy is down the throat.
Is that the one that goes, hey, I don't know. I've had both of them. That's a colon.
Yeah, that's a colonoscopy.
Colonoscopy. Thank you. My brain just was like, no, we're not going to let you say it. We're going to make you look like an idiot.
Yeah, because I had endoscopy and it didn't go in my butt. And I was like,
that you think. Hundreds of Massachusetts hospital patients are on high alert after officials said they may have been exposed to hepatitis B, C, and HIV. What, were they hanging out at that lab?
Apparently the job of that lab was to coat endoscopy tubes. I saw a couple other articles that said hepatitis A and something else was on there. No, not any single mention of tuberculosis. It's all this worse shit. Like I would expect TB from it going down into somebody's lung, but the HIV? How'd you pull that off?
This is interesting. Excuse me. Hospital officials revealed on Wednesday that roughly 450 patients receiving an endoscopy between June 2021 and April 2023 were possibly exposed during the administration of IV medications in a manner not consistent with our best practices. Are they reusing IV needles?
I mean, I
Well,
only
I
just used
mean-
it twice. It should still be good for a third time, right?
It's very expensive.
Doesn't a hospital statement didn't tell us how they were exposed and how it was corrected? Well, I mean, just from what they did tell us, if it was during the administration of IV medications, they were reusing something.
Yeah. Probably the needles that they were injecting the meds into the IVs with. But this was in Salem, so I think witches did this.
Probably. You can never trust them.
Yeah, they're very upset about that whole 1600s fiasco.
This is insane.
Yeah.
How does something like this happen today?
I don't know, dude. But I saw this article and I was like, I gotta bring this up on the show because this is so fucking dumb. And I haven't seen a lot of major outlets really talking about this. There's articles out there, but nobody's talking about 400 fucking people at Salem Hospital. Salem's not that big, okay? It's a suburb of Boston, okay? It's not that big. This should not be happening.
We sincerely apologize to those who've been impacted. You may have gave them Hep C and sorry.
Whoops,
Where they're
our
rubbing
bad.
their nipples at the same time. I'm sorry.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
exactly.
Fuck.
Real quick, thank you, Okie Native. Don't forget the late 90s and early aughts when they traded infrastructure to the African nations in return for exclusive mineral rights to rare earth minerals there and uranium. Now they just charge more than the work is worth. Oh, absolutely. See, a lot of people keep forgetting that 85% of the global mines that are known for rare earth minerals are controlled by the Chinese government.
Yep. And they're grabbing up more and more anywhere they can.
Yep.
All right. Next up is Senator Mullen. All right. Alan, thank you so much. Can you give to X Bubba Hotep? I don't know if I have a way to give to X Bubba Hotep, but I appreciate the donation.
Don't worry about it. But Alan, good to see you.
We'll figure it out.
Thank you.
You could get him a Steam credit or something.
Oh yeah. All right. This was an interesting exchange that happened in the United States Senate the other day.
Yeah, interesting is a word.
Like he's self-made.
It's as loud as it
Sir, I
gets,
wish he
damn.
was in the truck with me when I was building my plumbing company. Myself and my wife was running the office because I sure remember working pretty hard and long hours. Pretends like he's self-made. What a clown. Fraud. Always has been, always will be. Quit the tough guy act in these Senate hearings. You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy. Sir, this is a time, this is a place. If you want to run your mouth, we can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Big
No,
guy.
no, stop it.
Is that your
All right.
solution?
Hold it. No, sit down.
Sorry, Eric,
Sit down.
Okay.
You know, you're a United States Senator. Sit down.
Actively.
Oh, okay.
Sit down, please.
All right.
Can I respond? Mr.
Hold
Chairman?
it. Hold it. If we can't, no,
This is
I have.
the-
Hold it. There'll be no fighting up in the Senate today.
I wanted to say how much I hate Bernie Sanders for this because the U.S. Senate almost got really awesome.
Yeah, and it's not like there hasn't been fighting in Congress before. I mean, a dude was beaten with a cane one time.
Yeah, and that one guy tried to hit Matt Gaetz.
Also, there is a thing called fighting words.
Yes. The dude sit there and insulted him over and over and said, any time, any place. Like, here's a time and place. He should have let him fight.
Look, both these guys are...
And they both agreed.
Yes, they're probably both complete jackasses. They seem like it. But that Mullins dude, I would put money on that guy any day. He is in way better shape than the other guy. Apparently, he's done MMA fighting before.
Yeah.
And that other guy just looked like a big fat dude. So
he's an MMA fighter with a perfect, I can't remember if it's 3-0 or 5-0 record. Yeah, he'd beat the shit out of that little tough talking union piece of shit.
Yeah, he was starting to take his rings off, and I was like, just get your tie off there and get in, dude. Come on.
Yeah, leave
Jump
them rings
over
on, man.
the fucking barrier,
No.
ignore Bernie, and duke it out.
Seeing someone take their rings off knows that they've fought before because they don't want to break their fingers.
Fair enough, but you can also, cut the face with them. Just saying. You got to weigh the good and the bad.
And that's how you get the facts of life.
Yes. You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there we have the facts of life. The facts of life.
Oh my god, from singing, I just remembered at the very beginning, someone said that we missed the birthday like 2 months.
Oh shit, Tim. Timothy, fuck. It was right before the show.
Yep.
Okay. 2 hours and 10 minutes in, I have to tell Timothy. Tim, I hope you're still here. If you're not, this one's for you. His birthday was 2 weeks ago, and we just keep missing it.
Oh, shit. Sorry, man.
What? Not Tim. What? I swear it was Timothy Seelbeck, right? Somebody please tell me.
That last name sounds right, but I'm not sure about the first part.
I swear it's Tim. If it's not, we'll catch him with the right name next time. But, 2 hours and 11 minutes. Here we go. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Timothy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday 2 weeks ago. I hope you had a good one. I really do. I am so fucking sorry, man.
I just know it's on a Monday.
Oh shit! Yeah, it was. He said Monday too. Oh, fuck.
Well, Tim's been dead for 10 years.
I cannot believe I forgot that. Oh shit! Well, thank you for reminding me. And is he on Twitter? I can't remember if Tim's on Twitter or not.
Hey, Bubba, do you have a Streamlabs?
Maybe.
It's sad you don't know that.
I was trying to figure that out earlier. I use Streamlabs to stream, so that gave me a Streamlabs, I think.
You'd still have to set it up to be able to get donations and stuff through it. So you probably have one, but it's not set up to receive anything yet.
Yeah. That makes sense.
All right. And finally, I can't believe you brought this onto my stream, you son of a bitch.
I'm sorry. Have we met? I mean,
I saw this earlier today, and I just wanted to slap the shit out of this kid. All right.
This is actually really old. This is old gold.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, this is new to me.
I'd never seen it before today. In the world of first world problems, we have.
And those emojis honestly should be illegal. I've been emailing Apple every single day to remove the meat emojis from the iPhones, and they're not doing it. I don't know why they're not doing it. I've been emailing them every single day to stop putting the meat emojis in the phones. Like, it should be illegal. It's offensive to me, and it's triggering to people like me who are vegan. It is so triggering, and I don't know why they don't take them off the iPhone, because they're so triggering. They're so triggering. They're so triggering.
Anyone get the urge to eat a burger or a steak?
Yes, but I have that urge all the time. I'm a meat eater.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I email them every day and they won't take it off. They didn't listen to a whiny little bitch telling him that the meat emoji is offensive to him. I'm shocked. I actually mean that.
Spoiled kids are now, though.
I am actually shocked that they didn't take it off because, can it cause offense to anybody?
Well,
frankly,
just tell them that's a vegan raw meat. They'll be fine.
Yeah, it's an Impossible Burger.
Dragon Mage, I have heard about that. We can discuss it briefly because there's a lot that's in there. But thank you, Dragon Mage, who asked if we heard about the FCC power grab for the internet. Thank you for the donation. Yes. In one of the bills that was passed in 2021, it was probably in the one for infrastructure, but I can't promise you that.
Yeah, I think it was the infrastructure. Yeah.
Part of it said that the FCC had to come up with a way to make internet. What's their wording? Basically, equity in internet. We have to have, everybody has to have the equal access. Black people are being screwed out of internet. As a white person with 3 shitty internets, my heart's breaking. But
yeah,
the FCC came out with some rules, and on paper, they're not that horrible until you start thinking about what they actually mean.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm waiting for the big old butt.
There's some vague wording in there about them being able to basically force companies into different places, force pricing.
Yeah, shut down websites that are deemed offensive.
That's where it gets into the really wait, what? But I haven't read all about it, so I don't want to talk too deeply about it. What I've said right now is basically what I know about it. Yeah. But that's a deeper dive than I've had time for.
Real fast. Thank you, Keldrick. Fine. Jack could get my money instead. Thank you. This soy boy needs more meat in his life. This soy boy needs a dad too, because dear God.
I'm fairly certain that soy boy's had a lot of meat in his life. It's just not cow or pig or it's a baloney pony kind of food.
Uncle Bad Touch.
Anyway, guys, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I had a question. You never responded to me in DMs. Are you going to get the Alex Jones game?
Oh, I saw that question. I didn't even look up what it is.
Oh my God. It's like Contra, but with Alex Jones. And
Nice.
Trump's in it, and I think Tucker Carlson, some other people. But it looks like I'll DM you the link because it looks silly. I kind of want to play it.
West Bank is escalating. I'm not surprised. It often happens that way. They're like, oh, the Jews are distracted. And the Jews like, oh, no, we're not. So, yeah. And I wouldn't be shocked if it didn't pop off with Lebanon soon, too. We know Hezbollah's been firing from there recently.
Yeah, they did do another strike on one of our cruisers again. And it failed horribly. But it's the 52nd or 53rd attack on one of our ships out there. So they're really ramping things up.
They're really like pushing that fuck around and fucking down button.
Oh, yeah. Look, I am not involved, or I'm not for us getting involved militarily with this conflict unless they fire at us and then fuck them up. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, but we can fuck them up and leave. We don't have to get boots on the ground in there because we could easily take out anything they've got. But yeah, Biden is also talking about unfreezing more money for Iran.
Of course he is.
It'd be about $10 billion this time. But they desperately want him to be a wartime president, I think. So they're going to do it because they're a bunch of fucking warmongers to begin with. And then they know they could get Republican support for it from people like Lindsey Graham.
Thank you, President Negan, who says, from a Marine, that's a soldier, not a Marine. I didn't pay attention to his full outfit. I apologize.
Oh, I thought that was a Marine.
I thought the Marines were the color guard.
Maybe they couldn't find a Marine that would actually hold that stupid flag.
Wait. No, isn't the color guard one of each? There's a Marine, a sailor, an airman, and a soldier.
What, do they make Coast Guard stand out back?
The Coast Guard is... Look, the Coast Guard is part of the military, but they're kind of treated like bisexuals in the gay community. They know they're there, but nobody really talks about them.
They're part of the military, but not really.
Shroom, thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate it. I just compared the Coast Guard to bisexuals. There's going to be mad people. Ladies and gentlemen.
Real quick, Monkey. I've been meaning to ask, just because I know you like your drama.
Oh.
Have you seen the drama between Candace Owens and Ben Shapiro?
Oh, fuck. We forgot Ben and Candace. Oh, God, yeah.
Look, a lot's been going on, and we haven't been on. So there's a lot of shit to get caught up on. But oh dear God.
Yes, I've been paying attention to what's going on between Candace Owens. My cousin was nice enough to let me into his Twitter account again so I could read what Candace says, because that thin-skinned bitch blocked me a long time ago. Candace Owens comes out and makes a thinly veiled post directed at Ben, where she just quotes a Bible verse. That's all it was. But it was clearly directed at Ben. Ben is recorded secretly at some place where he's asked about her, where he says her actions have been disgusting. And they're fine. And then after the thinly veiled Bible verse, Ben's like, hey, if you feel like I'm stopping you from doing what you want, you can go ahead and quit the Daily Wire. I don't know. And then she goes on with Tucker Carlson, where they talk about it briefly. And I was actually kind of disappointed with that way they talked about it. But far more important to me is that those two didn't talk about Andrew Tate and how they sucked his dick.
They worked the shaft pretty good too.
They did. They even tickled the balls, man.
Even did a little reach around.
They did, yeah. Candace goes on and makes another video where she goes after one of the victims and lies about her completely. So, look, I've been watching it. I was hoping for a little bit more fireworks, but it's Ben, so he's not going to be that person. And Candace she's on her good girl behavior, so she's going to try to pretend she's above it all as she does her passive aggressive bullshit.
Yeah. I at first suspected this was some sort of WWE thing where they're just trying to gin up interest. But I think they actually don't like each other. And I don't really care if she quits or what. She'll have a career afterwards. It'll be fine. She'll be fine. But I don't care that they're doing this lazy, childish sniping at each other, and it's really unprofessional.
I love it as as somebody who likes the drama stuff. Of course, I like it. Keep going, but stop being bitches about it. Just call her a twat and call him a midget little Jew and be done with it.
Yeah.
I would love to see a mud wrestling match with those two.
Oh yeah, get him in there.
I would actually rather she fought with Matt Walsh, because I really hate Matt Walsh. I'm indifferent on Shapiro, but Matt Walsh I find very annoying. And it'd be two people that annoy me going at each other. That would amuse me way more. Because neither of them knows when to shut up.
There's a lot of Ben hatred that I don't get. I find him to be, he's decent when he goes to the colleges and does debates. He's decent in a debate. He's just, I don't know, a little milk toasty for me the rest of the time.
Yeah.
But I don't hate the guy. I like some of what he does, and I'm that way with Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh is a douchebag, but there's some stuff that he does that I like and some that he doesn't. And there's even some stuff Candace does that I don't hate, but then she does stuff like, and there's no rape charges. Yeah, there were, you fucking twat. It's all over the internet. Look, those Andrew Tate things pissed me off. They really did.
As they should, because they were stupid and poorly constructed and didn't even read the indictments, which are available in English.
Tucker, I'm a fan of Tucker, but he dropped the ball on that one hard.
Big time, yeah.
He screwed the pooch. But yeah, I have been paying attention. There's a lot of drama going on lately. It's been fun. I've been enjoying it.
Yeah, I've been trying to follow the Boogie drama more because
that's great.
I really hate Boogie, but yeah, and then the Hassan thing with Willie Mack, that was pretty entertaining. So there's a lot more out there. I just haven't had a chance to catch up with it. AP's been having some drama too with Adrastia and James Robert Clark, and I really want to get caught up on that, but I'm way behind.
Yeah,
we do have another birthday in chat.
Who? Where'd I miss it?
Greg Rogers.
Greg.
Oh,
it's your birthday. Around here we do this, and a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday
to you.
To you.
Happy birthday,
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday, dear
Greg.
Greg Rogers.
Rogers.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday
to you.
to you.
Happy birthday, Greg. Hope you have a good one. Really, really do. Speaking of birthdays, there may be a day that comes up soon where I'm not going to be here scheduled. We have a baby coming, and it is a scheduled inducing. So my fourth granddaughter will be here very, very soon. And you guys, you may be able to hear it, but you can't see just how big the smile is on my face.
Well, you should tell the baby factories there to pump out a grandson at some point.
Not gonna happen.
I would love to have a grandson, but I think they're all done. I think we're done. We got 4 girls, which I'm very, very happy with. So
Monkey's spine gets a little bit more twisted between the fingers.
Yeah, just around those little pinkies, man. That's what's wrong with my spine.
That's why you keep falling down the stairs.
My life is run by a bunch of females, and I love it. And we got one more coming to the mix, and I can't wait. So I'll talk to you, Jack, offline. I don't really want to give the date on stream.
Yeah.
But yeah, just so you know, guys, one of these days that I keep taking these random days off might be because there's a new grandbaby. So thank you guys for coming and joining us. Thank you so much for the donations. You guys are so very kind. And I could do this without it, but that makes it so much nicer because now I can eat too.
Oh, you'd like that.
I would. I like food. I'm fat. Thank you guys. Jack, anything you want to show out?
I'll drop some links. As always, thank you so much for the donations. You guys are awesome. Keeps the show going. Keeps food in my tummy, and I'm a fat dude, so I need that. Also, I am going to drop the link to James Kelly's GoFundMe. He is in a tough spot, so if you want to consider helping him out, that would be super.
Is she going to get the nickname Thanksgiving? No, if anything, it'd be turkey. Come on now. She's going to be my little stuffing.
I was about to say she's gonna be stuffing.
She's going to be my little cranberry sauce. Hit the like button, retards. I agree, Mike Jones. And you non-retards, hit the like button as well. Bubba, anything you want to chill out, my friend?
No, I got nothing.
Don't you have a YouTube channel?
He does, but how often do you use it, man?
Like once a month.
It's just Bubba Hotep, right?
Yeah, it's just X Bubba Hotep. This is
Check
just
out-
when I'm bored and I decided to do like Phasmo.
There you go. So check that out as well, guys. Dark Conservatarian, thank you so much. If someone made a compilation of Monkey talking about family, it would be over 8 hours long. Change my mind. Hey, I'm not ashamed. Thank you for the donation. You're probably right. I've been trying to get Bubba to come on the show, just this show, because me and him do a lot of Phasmo together for a while, and he finally joined us. And thank you so very much for that, my friend.
Oh, I'm very glad to be here.
Guys, that's going to wrap up today. Thank you, Bubba. Thank you, Jack.
Oh, I was glad to be here.
Everybody, have yourselves a wonderful night. Oh, shit. Are we still playing Phasmo, dude?
Fuck it. Why not?
All right, we're going to play some Phasmo over on the game channel. Twitch.tv/rantingmonkey. That is twitch.tv/rantingmonkey. Check us out at twitch.tv/rantingmonkey. We'll be playing some Phasmo, doing a little ghost hunting. Thank you guys for joining us. Everybody take care of yourselves. Wash your balls if you haven't, and we'll see y'all next time.
And wash your ass. Bye,
Bye, everybody.
I don't know why I told you to wash your balls. You might be a woman who needs to wash her other parts. You might be somebody who had your parts cut off, and now that no, we're done.